had a great time at the American Atheist Convention. It was good to finally be back to seeing people in person and getting to perform a bit, even if it does take me 3 days to recover from one show now.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been reacquainting old friendships, making new friendships, learning about some of the things that's going on around the country, some of the laws that's being passed, and some of the things we're doing to fight against some of the negative laws being passed.
It's gone really, really well. This is my first American Atheist
I'm not in the
conference, so
circle. I'm in like the
not that I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't sure in general, and it has been wonderful actually, like getting a chance to network with everyone and learn about all the different organizations that are here. Hear the speakers. It's been fantastic. As much as I'm a humanist, I'm also like an atheist, so this has been really grounding for me, and it further illustrates like how amazing our community is, our secular community is. So it's been great.
I think it's been a blast so far. There's a big group of us who came kind of from the TikTok community, and we kind of met on that community and actually got to come together here. And for most of us, it was our first time, so that was kind of exciting too. And I think combining that with the fact that we've all been cooped up for 2 years, this has been, I think, a really life-sustaining sort of event. It just feels like we're not alone.
I've had a great time. You can tell by my voice, I've talked to way too many people. And
it's really good. I think my favorite part has been getting to hang out with, like outside of the events and stuff, all the people that you interact with for months or sometimes even years online, and you feel like you know these people, and then you get to meet them in person for the first time, and it's like, oh wow, I can't believe I'm just meeting you. Like, I know you already. You're my friend. So I think that's my favorite part of these kind of things. Yeah.
Hey, the American Atheist Convention was awesome. The best things is that I think that we look at an organization like this for leadership, because it means that all of the different organizations that are out here are like, hey, should we ramp up? Should we get going? And when they hold a conference like this, it gets us excited, gives us an opportunity to organize, plan projects, get going, so we can have cool stuff to do over here. And then getting a chance to meet all these amazing leaders doing amazing work here is like one of the best parts. Meeting people like you that are doing amazing work and being able to help each other is awesome.
Absolutely wonderful. My first AACon was 2019 in Cincinnati. I couldn't wait for the next year, but then the apocalypse happened, and this is the first time in person, but it's been terrific. It's I'm going on 4 hours sleep, but I don't even feel it.
You're singing. You're singing.
Dude, I'm buzzing. I mean, all these like-minded folk, witty people, smart people, crazy people, but it's been terrific. So overall, for 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
It's extremely different than what I thought it would be. This is the first time I've been to one of these. I teach philosophy and world religions at some colleges in the Denver area, and my expectation was from the outside that as an atheist conference, this would probably be filled with, I expected the Christians are idiots, Bible stupid stuff. What I thought there would be more of is like, here's the case from Bertrand Russell, or the case from Nietzsche, or the case from Sartre, or some famous atheist, and building a case for why atheism is true. And I noticed that that's pretty much a given here. That discussion is not being held, not from the stage anyway.
Big finale, the culmination of all things that have happened. No, it's been great. I think these things are awesome. It's obvious people have really been hungry to connect in person again, and you can just feel the energy. And I love connecting with people that I've kind of known virtually, and meeting in person and having the human. To me, it's all about the human connection. Flesh on flesh, as it were.
So how'd the conference go for you? How is it going?
It was awesome. You know, I'm an old timer at these conferences, so it wasn't about the speakers for me necessarily. I've pretty much seen most of them before. It was about networking and really the great job that the organizers did with organizing and reaching out to the social media community, especially the TikTok atheism, which I'm a huge part of, and has blown up in a way that I could have never expected. So really it was about seeing friends, meeting new friends, meeting the community, reconnecting with the organizers after 3 years of COVID, and helping push the agenda forward and getting the fucking Christian nationalists out of power in this country, man. Good Lord. Right? Stop me now.
So this is my first Atheist Con, so this is such an experience for me. I was on the TikTok panel, because I'm TikTok, so this huge...
Oh, you had an amazing outfit on too.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah, because I started on TikTok actually cosplaying, dressing up, so, and then I just transitioned. I mixed both of my hobbies, I guess. Not really a hobby, but yeah, I still am having an amazing experience, and I hope to be back again, so thank you for having me.
This has been my first conference. The best thing about it has been meeting all these new people. And I feel like I've made a heck of a lot of new friends that I cannot wait to come back and see. I've learned a lot from the talks. Can't wait to go and learn a bit more. And I want to take what I've learned and apply it to my home state.
First convention.
Yeah.
First convention.
Okay.
First convention. Are you filming now?
I'm filming constantly.
Okay. I am having a blast. It is such a ball to be here. I was kind of on the fence about coming, and then I had an experience where I was othered, and that decided me to come here, and it is so much fun. And I told my sister, I said, there's atheists everywhere, it's so great. And I tell you, this is the friendliest group of people.
You're very welcome, Stephanie.
Well, you got about a minute when my ride gets here, so it's been great.
Wow, well, I've only been able to attend the last 2 days, but I did really appreciate being able to come and see all of the groups, you know, the organizations and people from podcasts that I've listened to for years, you know, and to actually see them, meet them face to face, you know, whatever, you know, there were a lot of, you know, people with t-shirts and books and everything that I was able to buy and get signed, you know, and which signed copies are great, you know. So yeah, the whole thing was pretty great. I wish I could have been here the whole time, but you know.
Yeah, it's been great here at the conference. I've been here to preach the good word of secular humanism and secular community for a couple days. I've been talking to people nonstop through this mask, so I'm edging on pretty hoarse, and I've got to go run an event and sing tonight, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's a great conference.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Howdy. Hey, I've had a really great time at the conference.
Worst convention ever. Terrible people.
He's an ass. No one wants him around.
What's an ass? Oh, you said an ass. Sorry.
Oh, like Jesus rode on an ass. Or did he ride an ass?
It wasn't an ass.
Someone's ass got ridden. I don't know.
Wasn't mine.
Isn't an ass?
Better time than I did at this conference.
Ass is a horse and a donkey, right? No. It's just a type of.
It's been a fantastic experience being here. This is my first convention ever, and I will be in Phoenix next year. I got to meet amazing people, make a lot of connections, and I'm just very, very fortunate for this experience. Everybody should come here next time.
I had a great time just meeting everybody that I had met previously online. Seeing them in person in real life was surreal. It was a great experience, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for TikTok.
Right.
So it's where we all met, how we all know each other, and we kind of built a community, and it's just been incredible this weekend.
Very exciting. It's a good networking opportunity. Met a lot of TikTokers that were really great. The younger crowd I really appreciate. Definitely wish there were more debates because that's my thing. But overall, really great conference. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Deb.
It ended up fantastic. I really need sleep. I made choices to stay up very late because everyone was like super cool, and even last night it was like 10 o'clock and I was like, I could go to sleep in like 30 minutes. Or like talk to these people hanging out. And
I thought it went great. I think people had a great time. I think we covered a lot of ground on really important topics, talking about the threats of Christian nationalism and what's going on in public policy, scaring the hell out of people because it's an existential threat to our democracy, but then giving people the tools to go back to their communities, do something about it, hopefully inspire them about why this work matters, why our communities matter, and what we can do about all this stuff. And, you know, I think that on top of that, just being able to get together as a community and spend some time together was one of the most important parts of this. Not just what they got out of the presentations, but what they got out here talking with people and just hanging out was nice for the first time in 3 years. So.
Oh, I love the conference, especially because we could meet up in person again. So, you know, on top of the presentations that were all top notch, I love them, but I also like the interpersonal contact, getting to know new people, and you know, having a beer together. That is all part of the big deal. I loved it.
Or whiskey. Or just beer?
Beer.
I thought it was great. It was my first conference. I learned a lot of things to think about, a lot of activism out there that needs to be done, and they really drove home the urgency of that. And I appreciated that, and now it's just time to decide what I'd like to do.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. This was also my first time at the American Atheist Convention, and I got so many ideas of things that I can do without going outside my comfort zone that it's like there are no more excuses for pitching into what is an urgent situation.
Great. And where are you all from?
I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
And
North Augusta, South Carolina.
Well, this is my very first time coming to the conference, and so I really enjoyed getting to be able to like meet my friends face to face. I've built a lot of relationships through TikTok and Discord and YouTube with atheists, but I live in a very conservative religious area, and so it's not something that I really get to talk about.
As always, I get to meet new people I've never met before, and to connect with old friends. I've been around since 2007 and have been to almost every single American Atheist conference. They put on a good show, and I hope to see you next year in Phoenix.
As far as the conference went, for not having a conference in 3 years, it's went really well. Shockingly well.
It was fantastic. It was awesome. We were, a bunch of great people. It's the first time we got together in, 2 years? So it was a reunion.
Needed the socializing, yeah.
So it was a reunion, but also we did good things like, helping 50,000 meals be put together. So that's what this is about.
I think it's pretty amazing. It was my first conference I've ever been to. For the first time, it's pretty amazing,
Where are you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm also from Richmond, Virginia, and it was my first time in person at an AA conference, and I'm so glad I came. I'm already ready for Phoenix next year.
Well, I'm a long-time atheist, first-time conferencer. Experience was good. A couple of things surprised me, a lot more political than I expected, but still plenty of really awesome stuff. And I got to meet 3 of my 4 favorite YouTubers, so that was a big plus.
Good.
Wonderful speeches by the key contributors. Lots of really great people. This is our tribe.
It was honestly very nice to be back in this scene once again, to actually be able to see people like we did. The virtual things, of course, we've done Zoom and all that other kind of stuff. That adjustment that's been made, whatever that new norm. But actually being here in person, seeing people I haven't seen in so long, actually getting a hug, eat dinner with, have a drink with, or something like that. It's been pretty awesome. And I figured it would be, but then when you get here and it was just, you meet person after person, it's like, oh, and you're in the middle of talking to someone else, and someone else catches your eye. This, like, your attention is torn, going to all these different places of people you haven't seen in a while. And so it's been really fun. It's been really fun. And meeting new people that were coming out for the first time, too, that coming up to the booth and just talking about their experiences and just kind of sharing that, just kind of commiserating in all of that. So it was really awesome. I really enjoyed it.